When, oh when, are the masses going to stop snorting hopium and guzzling Kool-Aid? Because I'm going to tell you, the dealers aren't going to stop selling the hopium and Kool-Aid. And one of those dealers happens to be Alex Jones. Listen to this nonsense.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump just made the most important announcement in his 56 days back in office. On X and Truth Social, he posted a statement below that is absolutely on target. Joe Biden stole the 2020 election. All that evidence has come out. But where we have it cut and dry is the fact that they've only found a few signatures that were real Joe Biden signatures. Everything else was auto pen. And most of the time he was out of D.C. or out of the country.
Now, why would the auto pen even matter if the entire election was bogus? And how do we know elections are bogus? Are we just going to take Alex Jones' word for it? Why is he saying, because there's election tampering? It's really important that we secure our democracy and we make sure that there's one vote, one voice, and your vote matters. We can make this nation a better place if we just vote for the right psychopathic, control freak, megalomaniac rulers. That's what Alex Jones is saying. Hey, we don't need to interfere in the voting process because everybody that we have to vote for, never mind the fact that everybody we have to vote for is controlled and ruled by the central banking Zio elite. But Alex Jones ain't going to tell you that. He used to tell us this, but now he's focusing on all of this nonsense. He's trying to push a narrative to make it sound like voting is actually legitimate until they interfere with it. That's what makes it illegitimate. And not the entire system being corrupted since, at least since 1913. What exactly makes it illegitimate is no matter who you vote for, every vote is a vote for them. They are the ones who are going to win the election. Who? The ones who were elected? No, the ones who were selected. It doesn't even matter if it's an election or a selection process because we know they're going to work for the Zio bankers. And how do we know? Because their actions indicate that they are doing what their banking masters require them to do. What is that? Increase the military-industrial complex. Give more money to Israel. Devalue the dollar, increase the national debt, make sure you remain intact the income tax and the domestic terror cell known as the IRS. They do nothing about these things. Why? Because those things are put in place to work in the interests and for the benefit of the banksters and not for Americans. Alex Jones knows this, but he wants to lead you on a wild goose chase.
These were signed. Now, as you know, it came out months ago that Speaker Johnson, over a year ago, went to meet with Biden. Took him months to get into the meeting. Biden had to kick his staff out, and he said, "Sir, you have banned all liquid gas sale, liquid natural gas, billions a day to the world." Biden said, "That's not true." Brought in his staff. He found the executive order, said, "Oh my God, who did this?" He reversed it the next day, okay? Joe Biden is totally illegitimate, and under the law, none of the stuff he signed, the executive orders, the pardons, other directives.
Name one president that is legitimate. What would make him legitimate? What would make him illegitimate? Remember, we have 28 U.S.C. 3002 15A, which means the United States, this is a quote, the United States means federal corporation. That means the person who becomes the president under the DNC or RNC, which are corporate entities, installed their corporate puppet to be the CEO of the federal corporation. Doesn't that kind of make the idea of a president of the United States who's supposed to be working for the benefit of the people somewhat illegitimate, Alex?
Are legal. We know he stole 2020, but regardless of that. So Trump and his crew in the last few weeks have announced that they have an investigation. They're talking to the people involved in the White House, and there's a Justice Department criminal investigation. From my White House sources and DOJ sources, I'm told it is their main focus now. And I talked about this a few weeks ago, but now it's openly being announced by the president. This is absolutely massive because the public now knows we have an illegitimate deep state. The trillions of dollars that have been stolen, funneled out the Democrats, the $375 billion that John Podesta over the EPA New Deal green funds gave the Democrats. These people are going down.
These people are going down. You know what? This sounds like so much QAnon BS. John and Tony Podesta and the Clintons didn't go down during the first Trump administration after Donald Trump promised on stage in front of a worldwide audience, because if I was president, you'd be going to jail. So if Hillary Clinton not only didn't go to jail, but Trump got on another stage years later and said, hey, the reason she didn't go to jail is because I protected her. I mean, it wouldn't look good for a former first lady of the United States to be in jail. That would be horrible. So he's not even interested in justice. If he wasn't interested in initiating justice and having the wheels of justice roll over the Clintons and bring them to justice and jail them after he promised he would do it, do you really think that he's going to do anything in this case right here with Joe Biden and all the pardons that he did? You think anybody's going to be charged, let alone prosecuted? You are drinking the Kool-Aid and snorting the hopium.
Literally a bureaucratic dictatorship, and we need congressional subpoenas, we need hearings, we need to expose this whole thing.
Congressional subpoenas from the Congress that's bought and paid for by AIPAC? Is that who we need to issue the congressional subpoenas, Alex?
Drag these people in, but Trump mainly focuses on the pardons, and those are important, of the J6 criminal committee and all the falsification of evidence and destruction of evidence and everything they did, witness tampering. But it's everything. It's the energy policy, the military operations, the bombing of Russia, all of that. So this system is literally going down right now. And I'm told...
Yeah, the system is going down, and you can take the word of administration who still hasn't released the Epstein and JFK and MLK files. This system's going down from the administration who literally has not made one arrest of all the psychopathic sickos from Epstein Island who flew in the Lolita Express. And why is that? Oh, maybe because one of the people who flew on the Lolita Express, who thinks that, or at least thought at one time, at least publicly, that Epstein was a terrific guy and he likes his women a little young, maybe it's because that guy is in charge of the administration that's not releasing the Epstein files. Ever thought of that, Alex?
Our sources that this is probably going to be some of the first indictments that we're going to see, not just Jim Comey, who they've also said is under...
Remember the QAnon nonsense from a couple years ago? There's going to be 50 gazillion sealed indictments. They're coming. Don't worry, they're coming. 2 weeks later, no, give us another month. It's coming. 5 weeks later, it's coming. The end of the Trump administration arrives. Biden is... sworn into office, and all of a sudden people forget about all these sealed indictments that never came and never will come, because that's not how the Zio Central Banking Cartel operates their system.
Investigation, James Comey, for the things he did. So we'll be covering this today at 11 a.m. Central, at Real Alex Jones on X for the live feeds, and so much more. But this is the biggest issue, 1,000 times bigger than Hunter Biden's laptop or any of that stuff. The only thing close is starting World War III and over 1 million smuggled kids into the country. We've got to bring these criminals to justice. They're corner rats, and that's what makes them so dangerous. So, President...
The criminals in Washington's District of Criminals will not be brought to justice under the Trump administration or any other administration. How do I know? Well, for the Trump administration, we've already had 4 years of a Trump administration, and not one lobbyist, not one special interest group, not one PDF file was released to the public, and there's a reason for this. If you doubt this, remember, just go back a couple videos on this channel where I showed you the conversation that Judge Napolitano said he had with Donald Trump, where Donald Trump said, if you saw what I saw, if you saw what they showed me, you wouldn't release the JFK files either. Who's in control? We know who's in control. It's the unseen power that controls the evil mechanisms that make all these sickos in Washington's District of Criminals operate. And Alex Jones knows this, but now he's throwing QAnon-sense breadcrumbs trying to tell you, no, there's going to be indictments. Heads are going to roll. The Democrats are going down. Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, all these people, John and Tony Podesta, they're going down. I'm telling you. No, they're not. No, they're not. They never will. Not going to happen. This man right here is lying to you. I don't know exactly what happened behind the scenes, but he is a 100% sellout. He is not in the corner of the American people who used to expose the globalists. Now he's sucking the battery charger of one of the premier globalists in the world right now. Friend to Peter Thiel, Palantir Technologies, Elon Musk.
Openly pointing out the fact that Joe Biden's presidency and almost everything he did was illegitimate. Thank you so much. Now get this report out to everybody you know, because this is the end of the globalists, the end of the deep state.
That's such BS. This is not the end of the globalists. This is not the end of the deep state. Let me see. Does he say something else here?
Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump just made the most important.
I don't know. There's probably more, but you know what? This is enough. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Stop doing the lines of hopium or whatever you're doing. Stop believing these. You know, I don't necessarily call him a fear merchant, but he definitely is acting like a shill. He definitely is acting like a gatekeeper and protector of that place in the Middle East that we are not supposed to talk about on little channels like this, or we get taken down. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. Do you think the Biden administration was illegitimate? And if it was, what makes the Trump administration, the Reagan administration, the Obama administration any more legitimate than the Biden administration? Leave your thoughts in the comments below if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to share this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, grab a shirt if you want to. The links, if you want to support this channel, the links are in the description below. I will see you in the next video. Take care.